Hey everyone, it is Flak88. Welcome back to Operation Drago. It is 6.3 Soviet Global. Should have a moderately timed turn this go around. So let's jump right into it with some very mild housekeeping. Captain G had 4 EGFs scramble into Bavaria. That was too many. I only had 3. I had 3 scramble from East Germany, and I had 1 fighter scramble from West Czech. So no change to the result. Just wanted to state that for continuity. So, all right, let's get into this turn. I've only got 8 attacks, but we'll start with technology. And we're going for 3, 4, 9, and 13, which is computers, stage 4. Advanced SLBM stage 3, Advanced Air Superiority Fighter stage 2, and Advanced Manufacturing stage 3. We have some very inspirational music in the background. I'm sure we will all roll our best. It looks like we did not roll our best. 6, 6, 5, and a 6. Oof. So that's 0 for 4 this time around, which is just awful terrible. Typical Flak88 luck. As usual. I'm not surprised. Alright. Going into our build, we're not repairing anything. We don't actually have anything to repair. So we had 58 to spend after taking our global support away from our collected income in 5.3. So, all right, so we collect our 5 regular anti-ships, 5 P700 anti-ship, and 5 AS4 anti-ship from our major shipyards. And then we'll collect 4 cruise missiles. We're gonna complete the battlecruiser Kirov 3. We're gonna complete the heavy aircraft cruiser Kiev 3. 2 Yak 38s will be completed once this guy is dropped at 2 IPP each discount, so 2 for 6. We're going to do a next gen, a mech, and a SAM for 13. We're going to lend lease our Brothers in Warsaw Pact 2 next gens. I believe, let me change this. I'm actually going to do 2 artillery instead. I changed this in my mind today while I was planning this turn. So, excuse me, 2 artillery. We're going to finish the cruiser at the minor shipyard in I-13, so we will get a 1 IPP discount on that cruiser, as well as 1 frigate will be completed for 2, so for a total of 5. And then assessed right now in this planning phase, I now have currently on the board 5 surface ships to the US 4 surface ships, 1, 2, 3, 4, which gets me a free frigate, which is right here. And we will place that at the end of the turn. And then lastly, we're going to use, I don't have my advisors on the camera here. We're going to use both of my advisors, which are used and then put back on the dashboard at each turn to upgrade 2 separate light infantry to air cavalry units. And then for the remaining 4, I'm going to send a nuclear attack sub as lend-lease to Angola, which has a land value of 2. As a arms sale, oh, excuse me, it has a land value of 1. So I miscounted. That is most unfortunate. Let me change this up quick. Let's do let's just do another mech, or excuse me, we'll do another frigate for 2. That'll work. So we'll build 2 frigates and we'll get our free frigate, and then everything adds up math-wise. Okay. Look at there. Finding mistakes and fixing them on the fly. Everyone loves that. All right, so I went ahead and removed my missiles, except for these, from my dashboard for my upcoming attacks. And I will start from the beginning. I'm gonna do this nice little trick that Captain G does with the number dice, helps me remember. So here in M7, per the current rules that we are playing, I now have no escorts, so these ships cannot combat move as an attack into an adjacent zone, but they still can fire missiles and launch aircraft and such. So I will be firing 2 anti-ship missiles from the nuclear attack sub into M7, as well as 2 P700s that attack at a 6 from the battle cruiser, and then the fleet here will have 4 AMD. Moving on to number 2, the fleet in, excuse me, I6, and I didn't do little arrows here, so I'll just do it right now. This frigate here in I-13 is going to come out of port. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and I'll just do it right now. It is going to auto-kill all these tankers. All 5 tankers worth 2 IPP each, 2 for NATO and 8 for the US. So let me put this here like that. I'm just going to cover all this with damage markers. Outstanding. Lots of markers for fanfare and furiosity here. Okay, that's number 2. I'll leave that there so I don't forget. Number 3 is down here. It seems I already goofed this one up. So from I-11, we're going to take our Foxtrot diesel electric sub. It's going to go 1, 2, 3. Down here to I-1. And it's going to do the exact same thing. It's going to auto-kill this tanker that is left unprotected. And that is another 2 IPP from the US collected payroll. All right, so number 4, right here in I-4, we have the US task force as identified by this task force marker. And we will be sending this nuclear attack sub, Victor 3, 1 zone over to I-7, there it is, which it will shoot 2 ASMs into this task force. This missile attack will be accompanied by let's see, lots of aircraft, so stand by. From New Delhi, we're going to take a Tu-22. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, and then I'll have plenty of gas left. We're going to take a air superiority fighter. 1, 2, 3. That'll have 6 left. Excuse me, that'll have 3 left out of a total 7. 4 left, excuse me. Getting a little bit messy here. I have a fighter that'll go 1, 2, 3, and we'll have 2 left. And then from way over here, we have a Tu-22. It's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that'll have 5 left. But I'm going to land it over here at the Naval Air Station in New Delhi, so that is within range. And then again from Eastern Ukraine, we're going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Leaving from a minor airbase, we have an additional 1 unit. So this air superiority fighter will have to land in the only adjacent land zone, which is South Pakistan. Okay. All right. So that is attack number 4. I probably should mention that they're launching. I don't have a colored. Here it is. Here we go. Thought I had this already. My apologies. Those 2 Tu-22s will be launching 4 AS4s that attack at 7. So ASMs attack at 5, P700s attack at 6, and AS4s attack at 7. Very good. And we will be using our spy satellite in this battle, so we will gain target select. And Captain G opted to not scramble against this air force here. So we'll see what happens. By not doing that, he does get 4 AMD, 1 for each of the air superiority fighters. 1 for the cruiser, and 1 for the frigate there. So he'll get 4 AMD. All right, number 5. Put this camera up here. I'm not knocking over half of Europe. From the minor airfield, air base in Svealand, we're going to take 1 airborne. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, and we're going to take Denmark, which has no monetary value. It does have a bonus, but no monetary value. So I've got this nice little red die here to help me remember, but that is a bonus of 1. Very good. Again, from Svealand, we're going to take another airborne. Now maxing our airborne assault capacity out of this minor air base, excuse me, I keep saying that wrong. And that will be landing in Akershoe, as well as 1, 2, all these helicopter units that are moving into Gotland and blitzing into Akershoe. And my apologies, Captain G, I didn't add this to the casualty list because it was basically a walkthrough, so no effect there. There we go. Make sure I get the right pieces put back here. Okay. All right, so they will be accompanied by, not that I need any more air power, but I do, 1 fighter from Murmansk, 1, 2. Oops, that's off camera, excuse me. And that'll have 3 gas tanks left. And then an attack bomber, 1, 2, that'll have, let's see, 2, that'll have 7 gas tanks left, which this doesn't even go that high, but I'll just put it 6 up there. All right. And I think that is it there for attack number 6. So that's against 2 light infantry. Number 7. Try not to knock stuff over. In Rhineland, we're going to launch 2 cruise missiles from, so I'm going to pan over and see this here. This strategic bomber that's going to come down. Oh, just knocked it over. It's going to come down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into East Germany. And then those missiles are going to fly 1, 2 into Rhineland, where they will have to compete against 2 AMD shots. Better view here. And then from all the way up here in A9, I've got this task force up here. Let's move this onto the camera, maybe. There we go. And there I have a nuclear attack sub that will come down 1, 2, 3, 4 into A9. Oh, excuse me, A11. And it will fire a cruise missile 1-2 into northern Germany. From this task force, I have a cruiser that will come over here to A12. Oh, look at there, I've even got a little marker here. And we'll shoot another cruise missile in here, so that'll give 2 cruise missiles into northern Germany. And again, Captain G will have 2 AMD. And that is my last attack. So let's go ahead and start resolving these and keep this video as short as possible. All right, so number 1, we've got missile attacks into M7. We've got 4 AMD. Let's go ahead and just roll these 4 dice that are sitting here. 4 or less is a hit on a missile. Looks like we got, oops, and this is a wrong, this is a D20, so I will re-roll that. Apologies, Captain G, he was probably going, what in the world? And that's a 10. So we got 2 of those missiles shot down. As the attacker, I will choose to lose my ASMs, which have a lower attack. And let's do, so our P700s, they attack at a 6. So here we go. So looks like we got a 1 and a 9. So we got 1 hit. And per Captain G's casualty list that I cannot seem to, here it is. He wants to damage the US supercarrier. So we will go ahead and put 1 damage on that. That's way over here. I need to move this into the somewhere I can see it. Yeah, we'll put it right there. So put 1 damage on that supercarrier. Now that has 1 less air ops, but only has 1 air unit on it anyway. So no harm, no foul. So we'll take those off. It's nice to see that I can at least hit back a little bit after taking some punches here the last couple of rounds. But that's okay. So attack number 2, we already resolved all these orange chips. Very good, very good. Attack number 3 is already resolved. Auto kill. Attack number 4, here we go. Attack on the fleet in I-6. All right, here we go. So we've got 4 AMDs, so let's roll those now. 4 or less is a hit. And we got 1, 4. We had a miss with an 8, 9, and a 12. Okay, so we will take off 1 ASM. And let's move these over here so we know that we're rolling. Okay, try to color code these missiles best we can. So let's do a blue for the ASM and red. Nope, I don't have enough red. Here we go. We'll do whites for the AS4s. And again, the ASMs are at a 5 and the AS4s are at a 7. So here we go. Target select. Looks like we got 2 hits. 9, 8, 9, 4, and a 3. So let's go over here and figure out what the heck we're going to target. All right. So let's go ahead and target the frigate with the first hit. And we're going to target the cruiser with the second hit. But let's go ahead and roll its phalanx defense. Captain G calls it point defense, but in the rules it is called phalanx defense in the definition section. And it is, I believe, a 6 or less will shoot this missile down. So let's go ahead and see what this is going to be. 6 or less and it's shot down. And that's a 3. So this cruiser will survive. Very good. All right. But again, per the current rules, this fleet is now without escort. Okay. Which is worth mentioning, this rule will probably be changed here pretty soon. But currently, this is how we're playing it. So, number 4, number 5, Number 5's a walk-on. Number 6. All right, number 6. Try not to knock this over again. We've got 1 airborne, 2 aircav, 2 attack helos, a fighter, and an attack bomber against 2 light infantry in mountains. Can we see that this is mountains? There we go. Look at that. Look at that light infantry, or that airborne painted up so nicely. Very good. So mountains will affect the airborne. Mountains will affect the airborne. Okay. All right, so let's roll that airborne. Airborne is boosted. Is boosted by the attack helicopter to a 3. So here we go. And that is a 3. Wow. Okay, so there's 1 hit. 2 attack helicopters at 6. And that's 2 more hits, a 2 and a 6. 2 aircraft for overkill, it missed. A fighter for overkill, and an attack bomber for overkill. And those all missed. Wow. So we still got 1 overkill. Alright, in defense we've got 2 light infantry at 4. And that is a 3 and a 9. So that is 1 hit. And we will reluctantly take this airborne as we claim victory over Akershoe and put its rightful flag down. Outstanding. Okay. Oop, I'm going to take this one out too. Not that I couldn't do it later, but... Alright, so... Okay, so that was number 6. Let's go down to number 7. ASMs and, or excuse me, cruise missiles in Rhineland. So let's roll AMD for these cruise missiles. This is Rhineland. Here we go. And we got a miss and a miss. Really close with a 5 and a 6. And I'm going to do blue for cruise missiles. And we got 1 hit. Outstanding. Cruise missiles attack at a 5. Goodness gracious, I don't know, but I got Kaz from Captain G. So I'm gonna go ahead and assume this really is a tough call. On this video, I'm gonna go ahead and assume a mech, and Captain G will correct me in 6.4 if that is incorrect. Okay, so we'll do that right now for the record. Northern Germany, we'll do the exact same thing. AMD, 4 or less, and that's an 11 and a 12. And attack dice, looking for 5s or lower, and that's a 7 and a 10, so those missed. Very, very sad, but that's okay. All right, so that is it for attacks. We're sitting here at 23 minutes. Let's go ahead and move right into non-combat. And we'll start right over here. Oh, that's zoomed out as far as we can go. So let's move both Tu-22s, 1, 2, 3. They're gonna go back to New Delhi. That's the only place they can reach where they're gonna make it to a naval air base. This air superiority fighter has to go to South Pac. This air superiority fighter will go to New Delhi, had plenty of gas. And this fighter will go 1-2 to Hyperbad. Very good. All right. Make sure everyone can see, yeah? From Northern Pac, we're gonna take 2 MBTs. They're gonna go 1-2. We're gonna take 2 artillery. They're gonna go 1-2. Probably going, hey, what the heck, Flak 88? You just went through mountains on 2. Well, you can non-combat through mountains. There is no movement penalties on non-combat. So it looks like we're gonna take, this is all goofed up. We're gonna take 2 mechs. They're gonna come down 1-2 to Southern Pac. from Afghanistan. From Afghanistan, one SAM is going to come down to Southern Pac, and then down here to Hyperbad. And then, whoa, lastly, the last mech in North Pac will come down one to Hyperbad. Very good, very good. All right. Get all these arrows out of my way. All right, so non-combat in this theater is complete. Yes, very good. All right, let's go over here to the Atlantic, where Captain G has done an outstanding job of bottling up my nuclear attack sub here with ASW assets. So we're gonna move in silent running, 1, 2, 3, to A30, and sit under the nose of this naval attack fighter that can't do anything about it because I'm on silent running. Very good. That sneaky little next gen's just up there laughing at me because I can't reach him. All right, so from Svealand, I will airlift using its airlift maximum capacity of 1 airborne to Hyperbad. Very good, very good. And then now I need to find that airborne that I pulled off the board. Where in the blazes is that? Here we go. All right, so that last airborne that's over here in Svealand is going to walk over into Nordland. Like that. Very good. And we can see this because it's on camera. The SAM is going to walk over to Nordland. Very good. These are all done. Okay, trying to keep this under 30 minutes. We're getting close. In A13, this entire task force is going to move down to A12. And additionally, one of those diesel electric subs is going to go one space further to join that Victor 3 in A13. Very good. Okay. Make sure I'm not goofing this up. All right, I'm gonna put this back on the chip marker here so we'll goof that too. All right, so that's what we're showing. All right, non-combats, we've got one more. We're gonna rebase this fighter from Murmansk all the way down here to Angola, where they've had a terrible earthquake, it seems, and knocked over all sorts of stuff. It's a real shame. Okay, we're redeploying that fighter there. He was there earlier. All right. Alrighty. And then this air superiority fighter up here in Murmansk is gonna come over here to Nordland. This attack bomber is gonna come back to Murmansk, and this fighter is gonna come over to Nordland. Very good. Oops, that was almost off camera. Okay. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and move right into place units. And let's go ahead and deliver. Let's upgrade some. Oops, and I forgot one. How about that? You know how easy this is to forget. Movements. It's very, very easy. We're gonna put it right here because it's gonna be upgraded right now. One of the upgrades is that light infantry that just moved over from South Pac to Hyperbad. So that is now a air cav. The second air cav upgrade will be one of these light infantry in Angola. Is now a lovely air cav. Very good and outstanding. Okay. And the Angolan Victor 3 is going to go over here in A48. I won't put a Soviet flag next to it because it is Angolan currently. Okay, we'll deliver our artillery to Eastern Germany via the land route from the nearest. We'll go from this army base in Smolensk. We're going to place our next gen and mech in Western Ukraine at that major army base. Let's place the cruiser, the heavy aircraft cruiser, and two Yak 38s. They're going to go in the northern fleet. This orange guy that's up there in A9. Very good. So we have a very nice large fleet up here. Okay, outstanding. Might need to start a marker for this fleet down here because we're going to finish the cruiser. We're going to finish one frigate and two frigates in the space here in I-6 on that major or minor shipyard there. So we have three frigates here. Let me just grab another chip and we won't make this confusing. Great. Outstanding. Okay. Need some Soviet flags though. We don't know what the heck those are. Okay. That is it for our place units. Go ahead and put our missiles on the dashboard. We're getting over 30 minutes here. We've got a ton of P700s. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 6 ASMs. And 6 AS4s. And we'll have 5 cruise missiles. Okay, 2 advisors go back on. Outstanding. All right, so let's collect our income. Monetarily, we did not go up any IPP. So our collect base is 46. All right, 46. Is our base. Very good. We collect for computers. We collect 7, excuse me, we are at stage 4. No, we're not. We are at stage 5 computers. Excuse me, stage 3, which is 5. Okay, 5 for computers. All right, so let's collect our bonus that we now have across the board. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Down here, we still have a bonus for Costa Rica, even though we're out of supply. So that's 2 more for 6. 7, 8, 9. More. All right. We'll just do this and take one away. All right, so that gives me a cool 50, 60. Not too shabby. All right. And all right, so let's go ahead and roll for our global support. This is the number that we will subtract, and that is a 3. Ooh, hey, and that is the lowest number. So we'll take away 3. We'll put 2 back. So that is a cool 57. 57. So 1 IPP less than the last time. Very good. Okay. All right. Thanks for watching, everyone. This wraps up my turn. Take care, everyone. I will do a quick disposition now for Captain G. So here we go. In India, West Bengal is empty. I-13, yes, I-13, this big fleet here. We've got 2 cruisers, 2 destroyers, a carrier, and a cruiser. Let me say that one more time, I might have misspoke. 2 frigates, 2 destroyers, a carrier, and a cruiser in port. Hyperbad, we have an airborne, a fighter, a SAM, a mech, and an air cav. In New Delhi, we have an air superiority fighter, a attack bomber, and 2 Tu-22s. South Pac, 2 MBTs, 2 mechs, a light infantry attack helo, and an ASF. In I-6, we have 3 frigates. In I-7, which we are currently blockading Oman, we have 1 nuclear attack sub, excuse me. And then down here in I-1, we've got a diesel electric. Angola, we have an air cav, light infantry, and a fighter, 2 Angolan light infantry, an Angolan fighter, and an Angolan nuclear attack sub. Over here in A30, we've got that Victor 3 that hopped up. In Turkmenistan, we've got 2 artillery, 2 MBTs. In Western Ukraine, we've got a mech and a next gen. Let me circle over here. We took 1 casualty out of Rhineland, of your choosing. I took a mech in the video, but that again is your choosing. We've got an airborne in Denmark. We've got 2 attack helos and 2 air cav and Akershoe. We've got a Victor 3 and a diesel electric in A11. This fleet here in A12 is a frigate, destroyer, cruiser, 2 diesel electrics. In Nordland, we have an airborne SAM fighter and air superiority fighter. In A9, we've got 2 ASW helos, 2 Yak-38s, 2 battle cruisers, a heavy aircraft cruiser, destroyer, frigate, cruiser, and amphibious assault ship. Murmansk, we have an attack bomber, 2 Marines. Whew, that's a lot. All right, that is all I have. Thank you for watching, and take care.